everybody! So I'm going to finally get around to my March and April favorites, and I know I totally skipped March and really late on April, but it's just been crazy hectic and busy, as I'm sure you all understand. So I'm going to get around to doing those now. Part of the reason I didn't do March was because I didn't really have anything interesting to talk about, and I don't think I have that much interesting to talk about makeup and beauty related today. But to be quite honest, I've not been buying any new products, haven't really been buying anything at all, and my lifestyle's been much more active. I haven't been spending as much time on that because when I get any kind of chance to be off of work, I'm out doing something or things like that. So I haven't been focusing on that a whole lot lately, but I do have a couple of really good things that I've just been loving a lot lately that I wanted to show you. And so I'm going to start off with all the beauty stuff and then kind of trickle into the other random stuff. Alright, first is the color on my nails. I absolutely love this color. I bought it about a month ago, and it's Breezy Blue by Sally Hansen. It's the Extreme Wear Hardest Nails. It is very similar to Cinderella from Sinful Colors, except for it doesn't have the pink and purple shimmer to it. It just kind of has a glow. It's a pastel, but it doesn't have that really hard white base that a lot of pastels have. And I absolutely love this color. It's amazing. Next is a couple of brushes. So as it's been getting warmer here, finally, it's about time. I've been doing a little bit lighter on my foundation and things like that, and so I've been using this e.l.f. stippling brush. It's a little bit wet, so I just washed it. It gives me the exact same finish as my powder brush or the flat top one that I use all the time. Same finish, just a little bit lighter coverage, even if I'm using the same type of foundation. So I really like this. I don't stipple with it, I just kind of buff with it. I use it the exact same that I use this. So I've really been liking that. Another brush that kind of came as a surprise to me is the Aveda number 8 brush. I got this in my kit for school. Never used it there. I hated their brushes. I hated their whole makeup line, to be quite honest. And I pulled them out of my kit when I was packing and going through things, and I was like, well, I might as well try them and use them and things like that. And this is the one brush that has kind of stood out to me out of all of them. I use it for my under eye concealer. It's really easy to just kind of pat and swipe as you go. Blends it perfectly, doesn't get too much on there, gives it a very light finish. I feel that I have to use less product. I really like this brush right now. One of the other things, just looking at my list here, is the Neutrogena Shine Control Primer. I finally ran out of my Sephora one. I had that thing forever, so it's surprising that I ran out of it. I love this stuff. I love it on its own. I love it mixed with my Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I love this, and I like the way that it makes my skin look and the way it feels. I don't know if it has as much shine control as some previous ones that I've tried, but I don't mind it because it's not like super shiny oily. It just kind of starts to get more and more dewy throughout the day. It doesn't look really oily. So I really like this. I have the powder in my purse too. I don't use it often enough to say if it's a must-have or something I love or anything like that. And I just realized my camera's kind of tilted, so sorry about that. Next one, this is obviously a sample size. I got it working at one of the beauty events. They just gave me a whole kit. This is the one product that kind of stood out to me, and it is the Lancome Hypno Star Mascara. And I love this mascara. It's about around $30. I think it's either $28 or $32, so somewhere in that area for the full size tube. I would honestly contemplate buying the full-size version, but to be quite honest, I would love to find a drugstore mascara that had this same wand. So the thing with the wand is, let me put this down, it's kind of normal on one side, it's very bristly, but it's kind of flat, and then if you turn it, it's completely flat, and this is the part where all the bristles are sticking up, and this part, it's kind of just very short little bristles. So if you know of a mascara that has a wand like this, I absolutely love it. I use this part and I get right in between my lashes, and I hold it this way and use the long bristles, and then I turn it kind of flat to get the length of my lashes, and it just gives them amazing volume. I really like this mascara. I have been using this quite consistently, haven't had any problems with it driving out or anything like that, even though it's a small size. And I do have one more of the sample sizes to go through. I would love your guys' suggestion on a mascara that has a similar one to this though, that's maybe a little bit more price comparable for use every day. So that was next to nothing, and that's pretty much all my beauty favorites. I have a whole bunch of random favorites lately. Number one is over there, and sorry, it is my new Nespresso machine. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I first came across the Nespresso machine from HRH Collection on her blog quite a long time ago, and I saw the machine and I was like, oh, that's the most beautiful coffee machine I've ever seen. And then I saw the price tag and I was like, oh my god, hell no. Like, never gonna happen. That's ridiculous. And then I was in Sur La Table maybe a year ago, and they had one set up for demo and they were making coffees and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll try it, you know, just see what all the fuss is about. Why would this machine be like $300? I tried the coffee, I was addicted, I loved it. It was just the most amazing cup of coffee that I've ever had. It makes Starbucks look like roadside truck stop crap. I mean, it's just amazing, but I still couldn't justify spending the money on it. And I kind of been saving for it, and Matt chipped in a little bit, and then we went and got it, and I'm so happy with it, and I love it so much. And the milk frother on it is amazing. Even if you don't drink coffee but you like chai or something like that, buy the milk frother because they are amazing. Just like the thickest European style foam you've ever seen in your life. So enough swooning over that. Another thing that I completely was obsessed with were these Upper Crust Bakery mini lemon bites. They look like this. I cannot find these anymore, and I'm so sad because this is my last pack that I had in my freezer. They are so good. I mean, I would seriously look forward to coming home from work so I can have one of these. They're so creamy and so good. It's not like tart lemon, it's like very sweet, creamy lemon, and I could eat like 20 of these, and I'm sure that's really, really bad for me because they probably have like a bazillion calories. Yeah, like 210. So maybe it's a good thing that I can't find them anymore because I was eating them like they were going out of style. It was kind of ridiculous. Next thing is, I've seen forever people with their Scentsy pots and things like that. I never liked any of the Scentsys, and I thought they were just way too big for my decor. I don't want something that big in my house all the time. So I was really excited when I found this little one at Walmart, and it was only like $10 or $15, but I think it was 10. I love this thing. Now it is in its box, not because I haven't used it, because I actually pulled it out of a box that was packed to show it in the video, but I absolutely love this thing. I get the Better Homes and Gardens little wax things. This is my favorite scent. It's the Warm Rustic Woods, which surprised me because I tend to be much sweeter, fruitier kind of scents, so the fact that I liked this so much was kind of a shocker. But this just fills your whole house with scent almost instantly. It's amazing how well it works, and the wax isn't hot enough that if one of the cats spilled it over or something like that, it would hurt them. I'm sure it would be uncomfortable, but it wouldn't hurt them, so I like that, so I can kind of leave it on and not have to watch it with them. But seriously, I can burn this right next to my door, and you can smell it all the way in Matt's office in the way back of the house. So I absolutely love this thing. I did try a couple of other of the little wax things like this that were a little bit more pricey. These are $2. I tried some of the Febreze ones and some other ones that were like $5. I don't like any of them as much as I like the really, really cheap little $2 Better Homes and Garden ones. So I love that, and I liked the designs that they had. They finally have gotten away from like the really cheesy like old lady house designs on the actual warmers and kind of progressed a little bit. They have some pretty white ones. They have the one that I got. They have another one that's kind of similar to that with vines and things, and I like the designs a lot better than I have in the past. A couple of more random things. Alright, we'll do this first. My new Target purse. I've had this for about 2 months now. I love this purse. So it has the little flap. I almost never have the little flap open. And it's got this really, really pretty like matte snakeskin print on the front, and then the sides are like this really pretty white, and the flap is high gloss black. It does have a strap in it. Let's see if I can pull it out. The strap almost always ends up buried in the bottom of it. I like the strap detail on there and how it's thick. I really, really like this bag. I also like the placement for the strap, how one's in the front and one's in the back so it doesn't pull too much. And it has this little slot here for my sunglasses, which is just amazing. I love this bag. I searched forever for it. I saw it at one Target, and I didn't really have the money to buy it, and I was like, oh, I don't really need it. And seriously, they were sold out 2 days later. I couldn't find them anywhere. I ended up finding it at a random Target out in the middle of nowhere and drove all the way out there to get it. But I really, really like that bag. There's another bag on eBay that's kind of a similar design, but a little bit smaller, with spikes and studs, that I'm thinking about getting. But I'm trying to be conservative with my money, so. Next thing, iPad. I don't use my iPad for a whole lot like I should, but new game I have been obsessed with is Smurf Life. I love this game so much. And there's my little Smurf wandering around. I will play this game for hours on end. It annoys Matt to no end. But when I was working my front desk job, seriously, this is saved my life time and time again. I will play this game for hours and hours and hours and never get bored of it. So I love that. And next thing is Harry Potter. I finally gotten around to reading all the Harry Potter books. I'm only on book 2 or 3, I think, right now. I'm not sure. But I like that I have my Kindle for it, because then I can kind of take it on the go. I don't have all these big little kid books clouding up my bookshelf and things like that. So I love that I can just throw this in my bag and sit and read on my break or something like that. So, but I do really, really like the books, and I actually like them better than I like the movies. I think they're a little bit different. So if you haven't read them, I think that you should. They're fun to read. Okay, now on to completely random things. TV, my new favorite show in the world, and same with Matt, is Hannibal. Oh my god, we're obsessed with it. Seriously, Monday I'm like, I can't wait for it to be Thursday so we can watch a new Hannibal. Like, I'm obsessed with Hannibal. I love the way they've taken the show, the way they've taken his character. I honestly feel almost bad because I kind of like this guy as Hannibal almost better than Anthony Hopkins, which I feel really guilty for saying, but I love that show so much. So if you haven't watched it, it is very gruesome. There's a lot of bodies and parts, but I definitely think that it is worth it, that the story does not revolve around the gruesomeness of the show. It revolves around the psychological aspects of the show. So I love, love, love that show. Next thing, sorry, looking at my list, movies. So I have been a horror movie buff pretty much my whole life. It was the big thing that me and my dad did all the time, was watch B-rate horror films when I was little. So even since childhood, I've been into horror films big, big, big time. Been very disappointed in the past several years, 5 to 10 years, on the horror movies. I just don't think that they're very good. I don't think that they really do justice to the whole theme in general. They've very much so gotten into blood and guts and TNA to kind of fill in the storyline. I don't think a good horror movie should be like that, but there have been 2 that I've watched in the past couple months that have really blown me away and seriously scared me. And I'm a very tough person to scare because I've been watching this stuff most of my life. So the 2 movies are Sinister, which scared the crap out of me. I mean, I couldn't go to sleep. Scared the crap out of me. I loved that movie. It was so good. It was so well done. It was so understated in the way it was filmed. There was a lot of dark rooms with just like a little bit of light through a window or something like that, where you were just waiting for something to happen. I love the photography, or the filmography in that movie. They did such an amazing job, and the acting was amazing. Everything about that movie was to die for. The next one was The Possession, which I did not expect to like as much as I did. I thought it was going to be kind of cheesy and fun and cool. Kind of like, I think it was called Don't Be Afraid of the Dark or something. The one with the little tooth fairies. I thought it was going to be kind of like that, where it was kind of cheesy but in a fun way and in a slightly scary way, like old 70s and 80s movies. It so was not. That movie terrified me, and Matt would like make little noises behind me in the car and stuff and scare me. So I was really, really surprised how much I liked that movie and how good of a job they did. I thought it was going to be kind of a rip-off of The Exorcist. So not at all. It was completely unique, and I really, really liked that movie. Not necessarily horror related, but still kind of in that field, was Hotel Transylvania. I'm obsessed with that movie. Still to this day, we watched it months ago for the first time. And still to this day, me and my little brother will be like, blah, blah, blah. And so funny. We had so much fun seeing it. Matt loved it. Everybody I know that I have watched it loves it. It's a really, really unique movie, and I think it's so much fun for even adults to see all the monsters get together. And it's really cute and it's really fun. And I want one of the little bats when she turns into a little bat. I want one of those little plushies. I think it's adorable. Then 2 more things. Okay, so that was kind of funny. I was just talking about my camera cutting me off, and then it did. So anyway, 2 last things. Number 1 is a bar here in Denver called Adrift. It is an old school classic tiki bar, like 50s style tiki bar. I love that place. I love the service there. I love the food there. But more than anything, well, I would say decor and movies probably are tied with it. It has completely rekindled my love for classic cocktails. I mean, 1920s style cocktails. And it has renewed some really good old favorites and taught me some really awesome new ones. A new one that I love so much, and me and Matt order it almost every time we go in there. We specifically go there for it. It's called The Last Word. It has chartreuse in it, and it's kind of how we found out about it. If you've ever smelled or tasted chartreuse on its own, it's like you took someone's herb garden, put it in a blender, and then are drinking it. It's not good. It is disgusting. It's the most awful drink I've ever had in my life. But when it's mixed together properly in this drink, it's a very, very strong drink. So I would suggest 1, maybe 2 max, because it is very strong. But the complementary flavors in it, they're each on their own, so they don't kind of blend together, but it's amazing. I really, really like it, and I really, really am glad that the staff there kind of introduced us to it. But in general, just everything about that place has really just kind of rekindled my love for more classics, sitting around, having 1 or 2 cocktails with some friends, some good conversation, watching a cute little James Bond movie, and then going home and just being happy. So if you haven't tried classic cocktails or anything like that, I suggest checking out a place that's local to you and just ordering something like a Gin Fizz or Last Word, or there's so many, Manhattan, things like that. Just try something new, or tell your bartender kind of what you like and have them make you something. It's really good. I did that a couple of nights ago. I was having a slow Gin Fizz, and I told her, I want something that would go with this, but it's kind of different. And they made me muddled grapefruit with gin and club soda, and it was so good. And I never would have thought to put those things together. So sometimes it really kind of pays off to just tell your bartender generally what you like and let them go with it. And then the last thing is decorating for my new place. I have been on Pinterest constantly looking at decor ideas, kind of shopping around IKEA and Target and Walmart online because they're cheap options, but they have a lot of really good stuff, kind of picking and choosing, kind of mixing different themes, things like that. I've been really, really into the fact that I get to start fresh and I don't have to incorporate things that I already have in there. So that's been super fun, and I've really, really been enjoying that. I've been enjoying thinking of how I can take kind of a French kind of country place, like old school French country, and make it a little bit more glamorous but a little bit more casual at the same time, and all my storage, and it's been so much fun. So I'm probably going to film 2 more videos today, so you will see me in the same outfit. I'm actually going to fix my camera because it is a mess and I'm like nowhere near centered in the frame, and you see much more of all this than you do me, so I will fix that. But yeah, I will be in the same outfit for 2 more videos today. Hope you guys don't mind, I just have the time to film right now, so I think it's the best time to just get it all done. Sorry I didn't get to last month's favorites, and this month I was pretty late on it. Hopefully things will settle down a little bit more. I'm starting to get re-inspired to do YouTube and my blog. I'm going to do a blog on my decorating ideas and kind of the direction I'm going, how I've been inspired, things like that. So I will be doing a blog post on that. And yeah, I think that I'm going to be ready to start getting more into YouTube and doing more things. If you guys have any video suggestions or any questions or anything like that, go ahead and comment down below or go over to my Facebook page and ask them there, and I will be happy to ask them or answer them or try and make a video. Alright, guys, have a great day and I will see you later. Bye.